Hello, this is Temporal, and this is Brutally Honest Bandai Kids. This is the high-grade Guncannon Cucuruz Doan's Island version, aka the Guncannon The Origin. And, well, I have two of them this time. So, let's get right into the video here. Just a little disclaimer, I did not cut out all the parts for both of them. Mainly the extra backpacks. So if you build one, for example, you'll have this extra backpack left over. Either if you want to build it, either if you want to build it or not, I'm not sure. Depends whether you want to or not. But since I have both versions here, I only built one backpack per. So there's one left over one of these backpacks and one left over one of these backpacks on the runners. So just disclaiming that as I go over when I do the accessories and stuff. And we'll continue. Alright, so today's pointer will be my little drill here, and I will point out what I did with them. So we're going to go over, with the first one here. They're basically identical, but besides the backpack. So for this one, I applied the 109 and some other decals. That's basically what I did with this one. And I dirtied them up with where is it? We have the weathering set from Hobby Lobby, the rust, metal, and silver. I also used the weathering set, sand, light sand, and mud for some other parts. But I mainly used mixing metal and silver all over the body, and the mud for the feet and the shoulders. Same thing with this guy. And the only difference between this one and the other one, besides the backpack, is the little decal here, the 104. This 105 or 109. Some other things this thing does come with. We have a marking sticker sheet, which I did not use. Instead, I bought some waterslide decals from AliExpress. I bought two of these things, not knowing that one is enough for both of them. So, I'd recommend waterslide decals for these origin kits compared to the sticker style decals. Some other stuff I did with these guys is I painted the Vulcans in a gray, and move these out of the way. And next to the Vulcans in the yellow there as well. The missiles, like the tips of them, are supposed to be yellow, but I didn't have anything small enough to paint them, and I just didn't bother too much. I pen aligned the whole thing in a black pen aligner besides the head, which I used gray for. I also chromed behind the clear piece. As for the legs here, I did paint all these little rivets, or whatever they're called, with a gray paint, which is, where is it? Right here. With the apple barrel pavement. Very good color here. Perfect for Gunpla. What else I did to these guys? We're gonna find out. That's basically it. I guess we're gonna go over the articulation now. We'll do this one first. So the base articulation's basically the same thing. Oh shit! Basically the same thing for both of them. The only difference in articulation is the backpack, because this one does go up and down like that, and then this one has the piston action. Very nice looking pistons, and they go up and down just like that. So head is on the ball joint hinge. Get some pretty good up movement there. I can't fucking speak today. Arms go about that far. It's alright. They swing up about almost perpendicular. They do go all the way around. Rotation. Double jointed bend. Ball jointed wrist. The same old of modern high grades. Got some crazy fucking abs here. Some good side to side. Got a weird joint here, which allows you to, when you're doing the classic Guncannon on all fours, or the push-up pose, you can do that. Front skirts are on ball joints. Side skirts fucking suck. They're just like that. They're on one of those square poly caps that kind of suck. Would be better if it was just like a peg into this, but I'm not going to fix it myself. Legs go about that far. There's also a joint that moves forward and backward, but it's a bit too tight. I don't want to break it. We have the bent the knee, which is double jointed. Looks very nice. And the foot is on the ball joint. Ball joint and like a little up and down like that. Anyways, the articulation for this guy is very basic. Well, for a modern high grade in point, it's not bad articulation, but it's not like overly fantastic. You will get all the poses you need for it, but that's about it. It's also pretty solid, besides the somewhat loose torso, because that's just on the ball joint and the ball joint. But either way, it's still pretty good. And, same thing for both of them. Now, let's go over onto the accessories. As you've seen the first accessories already, besides the backpacks, we have 2 widespread open hands, one for each hand, and 2 fists, and one for each hand. And we also have a beam rifle with its own trigger finger hand. The beam rifle does have some articulation, and the scope does move like that. And when I first built this thing, I thought this is the same beam rifle as the Gundam The Origin, but it's not. They are different, slightly different, because this is the late type beam rifle, and I believe that was the early type beam rifle. So this just goes into the hand, just like this, and you can get some cool poses with the beam rifle and stuff. And the arms have the articulation enough to hold it, just like that. And yeah. And finally is the conclusion here, because I'm getting too distracted just fucking messing with these things right now. And I'd recommend this kit. It's not a bad kit. It was too bright for my liking, so that's why I started weathering them, because they were too bright on the camera here, but they were also too bright in real life. And I believe the Origin kits look so much better when there's a little bit weathering and stuff, like it did with the what's it called, the Solari Zaku. Looks so much better with weathering, and these guys look so much better with weathering here as well. Well, basic weathering at that. But yeah, I'd recommend them. They are pretty good kits. The build, it got boring after a while, because it's it's polycap. The red does nub quite easily, but thanks to my steady glass file here, it was no problem. And yeah, it's still held up pretty great here. Enough of me rambling on. I'd recommend it, like I said earlier. And thank you for watching. Check out my links down below. The W link and supporter creator code. Also, subscribe if you want to. I don't really mind or anything. And as I said before, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.